Hi guys, it's Carrie Ann from Everything Mom and it's confession time. And this week's confession is I read kids books. To clarify, I know I read a lot of these books because I tend to review them here on this channel as well as on the website, but I read them also as a parent. When our kids are really little, we all read picture books and board books to them, bedtime stories, and as they don't really know how to read or just beginning to read, so it becomes a ritual that we do. But studies show that even as kids get older, even as kids are fluent readers on their own, they enjoy and can benefit from being read to, even if that means chapter books and middle grade books. And maybe we should, as parents, still have that reading time. I'd also recommend, as a parent, reading middle grade books purely for yourself. And there's a few things. Putting my parent hat on, not the reviewer hat. But as I've discovered reading middle grade books, for many of us, yes, we've all been through those stages of middle grade, and we have our own personal stories that we can relate to our kids. But if I look at the time frame when I was in middle grade, it's very different from the time frame my kids are going through now. There's different influences, and there's parts of their childhood now that I have no reference to. Like, if we're talking like social media and just having a phone in general, wasn't even something that was part of my childhood, wasn't something that my parents had to deal with me as a child. So some of these stories are more relevant to the current time frame. Sometimes reading middle grade books on some of those topics can, one, help you to understand maybe the things that are going around that your child is dealing with at school. Whether it's bullying, feeling like they're not fitting in, body image. So it may open up to you ideas that you wouldn't have thought of, that if you read and then you can talk to your kids. Or they could also be, because I've done this with my kids, when I've read middle grade books that I have found were really good in showing how bullying was being handled by kids, not adults, how disabilities were being handled, the point of view of a child who is overweight and is constantly thinking about that and what people are thinking about them. Like, it puts you and your child in the perspective of themselves. It might be a point of view that they're going through, but it might also give them a point of view, you and your child, a point of view of someone they may encounter. I found a few other articles or reference pieces that do talk about the benefits of adults and parents reading middle grade books. One interesting article that reading middle grade books as an adult can help if you're having anxiety, because a number of middle grade books tend to have these positive, uplifting messages. So I'll include a link to that post because there's a lot of interesting articles there. I know as parents, many of us had read picture books and board books to our kids, and there may be even some of us who read young adult books purely for ourselves. So I would be curious if there are any other parents out there who are reading middle grade books, either out loud to their kids or just to themselves. So be sure to leave a link below. And if so, I'd love to hear what middle grade books you found were really great. And we have a number of great middle grade books that we have reviewed, and I'll include the link to that section. As always, you can find me here on Sundays talking mom confessions, but I'm also here talking books for kids, family travel, and other fun family stuff. So don't forget to subscribe, and until next time, ciao.